just gotta flex your big toe, and it's like, Jesus Christ. We're already doing illegal things. Hey guys, next to me we have a 2014 Ferrari FF. This, of course, is the Ferrari Hatchback, so it does have 4 seats and a pretty large-sized trunk. Of course, one of this car's party pieces is, shit! Oh, hang on. All right, let's go ahead and redo that. All right, so one of this car's party pieces, of course, is the rear trunk. So, on the key fob, just pop it open, opens up automatically. And if you come take a closer look, you do have quite a lot of space in here. It's very impressive. Of course, you have your Ferrari duffel bag, where you can flex at the airport. Got some camera gear in here, just ignore that, but a tremendous amount of space. These back seats also fold down, and you can even fit a mountain bike in the back of your Ferrari FF, which is just something that we never thought we'd hear. But you can. You do, in fact, have cup holders, which look like Mickey Mouse, but cup holders nonetheless. Can a 6'4" person fit in the back of a Ferrari FF? The seat is in a normal driving position. Both legs in, pull this back, and you know, it is tight, but again, 6'4" person can fit back in here. Really, it's no different than, say, like a Volkswagen Jetta or a Golf GTI, but for a Ferrari, that's incredibly impressive. Okay, now I've adjusted the seat as if a traditional small Italian man was driving. Now let's see how I fit. Perfect. This is the equivalent of like a Toyota Camry, which is insane because you also have 650 horsepower at your disposal, and headroom I thought would be tighter, and it's not. All right, you ready? What are you doing? Hey, Giovanni, come on, let's go. Let's take it out on some nice, well, really the only windy road in all of Tampa. You get 650 brake horsepower from a 6.3 liter naturally aspirated V12. It's the same as a Ferrari Enzo. And you're getting in a family hatchback, which is a new era. It's essentially a detuned Ferrari F12. Makes a phenomenal noise. Shift lights on the steering wheel, traditional Ferrari. 7-speed dual clutch transmission, one of the best transmissions out there. 0 to 60 is dealt with in 3.5 seconds. Top speed 208 miles an hour. That is immensely impressive for a car of this size. This car, of course, is the hatchback Ferrari. Sparked a lot of controversy when it came out. People either loved it or they hated it, but really most people just hated it. Personally, I love it. I think it has really grown on me. It really has that kind of, it reminds me of a BMW Z3 Coupe, which is the car that I learned how to drive stick on. Because of that, it's just a really cool shoe shape, a naturally aspirated front engine, really front mid-engined V12. I mean, the engine is so far back, it's pretty much mid-engine. Very exquisite sound. It just, nothing beats a V12. People are like, oh, I like a big V8. I get it. But this is a V12. It just, is it not the same? It just sounds better. Wouldn't you agree, Giovanni?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it really, yeah, I mean, I like this car. It's really grown on me quite a lot. I love the way it looks, actually, really from the back. I think the front is kind of all right. The side is a really cool, sleek look, but the back is so nice with those Schmidty exhaust tips.
That's a crazy thing you just said.
What?
Schmidty exhaust tips?
Okay, let me just redo it. I love the way the back end of this car looks with those meaty exhaust. Yeah, just those quad exhausts are massive, and it just seems kind of funny because it seems like they're a little unnecessarily massive for the kind of car this is, but I like that. You got to add a bit of supercarness to it. Speed limit 25, we're doing 45 already. All right, yeah, we're doing 60. All right, yeah, we're doing 70. You put carbon ceramic brakes up front. They do a fantastic job of stopping this 4,000 pound, I don't know what you call this. I couldn't think of an adjective. They do a great job of stopping this ginormous vehicle.
4,000 pound curb weight, 5,500 with me in it.
Even in sport mode, the ride is quite nice. Nothing too back-breaking, anus-breaking, nothing too, you know, outlandish. It is, of course, a longer wheelbase. This car is pretty long. This car weighs about 4,300 pounds, so it's a big boy. Handling is still superb. It's got that sharp, traditional, very darty, quick Ferrari steering and all-wheel drive, so a bit more confidence behind the wheel, knowing that it's not going to completely sneak up on you and ruin your life. Incredibly sharp throttle response, like super delicate. I mean, you just got to flex your big toe and it's like, Jesus Christ. We're already doing illegal things.
Like I seen in SpongeBob.
Oh, that is SpongeBob, where he's like,
yeah.
It's not a traditional all-wheel drive system. You can still get the back end out. Really, overall, compared to, say, I don't know, an 812 or a F12, much safer of a car. And really, behind the wheel, it just feels like any other Ferrari. I mean, it kind of feels like a California T era, because that's what this era is. The car does start in comfort mode as default. Again, this is more catered to the daily drivers out there. And obviously, it is a more usable Ferrari, so of course, it doesn't have a race mode or any track mode or nothing like that. It's just much more subtle than that. So we're in comfort mode, but we don't really want to be in comfort mode. This is a 650 horsepower animal, incredibly spacious interior. I mean, really, there's no blind spots. I feel like my Mercedes has bigger blind spots than this. I mean, really, yeah, it's just like a bubble. As I demonstrated, a 6'4" person can fit in the back seat quite comfortably. That is, most people aren't 6'4". I'm not trying to flex, but I just think, you know, yeah. I'm just kidding. I'm just being honest. So most people are, you know, what, 5'10", 5'9". They will fit just fine back there.
Yeah, imagine being 5'10". Crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, thank God I'm 5'10" and a half.
Put it in sport mode. Of course, the shifts do get a bit more aggressive. Everything's firmed up just a bit. It doesn't beat you up though. It's not like a track mode on, say, I don't know, like a Huracan Performante or like an Pista or Speziale. Much more subtle than that. And through the corners, I mean, it is just an absolute animal. I mean, it just eats corners, eats up roads, and you can slap it back into comfort mode, put it in automatic mode, it'll downshift for you, and you can go on a lovely cruise. And sitting in traffic, it actually does get quite a bit of attention because it just looks very odd to people. Like, no one really knows what it is, as all Ferraris are nowadays, and really a lot of exotics in general. All the controls are on the steering wheel, your indicators, wipers, lights, your Manatino switch, which allows you to change the drive settings, bumpy road mode, which comes in handy if the road is bumpy.
Turn on that bumpy road option.
Oh, bumpy road mode right here. Good call, Giovanni.
This was like the beginning of, like, I feel like the cool hatchback or the cool, like, 4-seater era.
That's a very excellent point, Giovanni. I've noticed there's been a big push for more practical, dailyable exotic cars. That's where the, you know, like SUVs came out, the Urus, the Bentayga, the Levante, the DBX.
The floppy pedal gearbox.
Yeah. Drives to 8,000 RPM, and all you gotta do, flick the paddle. And the madness starts all over again, and it just really doesn't get old. And you can take this on long journeys. You can slap some skis on the roof. You can slap a mountain bike in the back, and you're good to go. You can go to Vegas. Sorry, Florida first. That was 80. Hope we just can keep this. We don't want to cause too much trouble because it is quite loud from the outside. Let me just demonstrate automatic mode for you guys, because again, this is a long distance cruiser, a family hatchback. I would have never thought Ferrari and family hatchback would be in the same sentence, but here we are. Put it in automatic mode, put it back into comfort mode, wait for the light to turn green.
"12 seconds later."
Okay, we're good. So, because it's a dual clutch, it's not as hard on the transmission as the single clutch cars were, like a 360 or a 430. You can put it in automatic mode, but you didn't really want to for too long because over time it did wear out the clutch a bit more. Look, I'm in 6th doing 39 miles an hour. I would love to drive this across Europe. Oh. You could just not do that, it'd be fine. You know, the engineers could have just said, you know what, maybe 3 beeps is fine. Yeah. Not 76,000. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. Do you like the Ferrari FF? Do you not? Do you think it's hideous? Do you think it's beautiful? I don't know. It's very split between people. Subscribe to my channel down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, Giovanni's about to rev his very first Ferrari.